What's up, y'all? This is your girl Megan. Welcome back to my channel. If you're already a subscriber, and if this is your first time joining me on today, go ahead, hit that subscribe button because you know you want to. Excuse my hair, it's been raining, it's a hot mess, okay? Yeah, but that's not what this video is about, okay? So, let's talk about Mars in the sign of Aquarius, shall we? Mars is the planet that governs your instinctual desires, your willpower, the things that you put a lot of focus and energy towards, the things that drive you. It also represents your animalistic urges, your instinctual kind of primal urges, sexual urges. It also indicates the way that you handle conflict, right? The way you handle like your fighting style, essentially. So when Mars comes into Aquarius, this creates somebody who is they place a lot of value in their ability to be original and their ability to be unique and eccentric and just deviate from the norm, right? These people place a lot of value also in their ability, to express themselves to others. And I mean, Aquarius is fixed air. And a lot of air signs carry that element of self-expression and being able to like connect and relate and exchange ideas, between themselves and others. But Aquarius, I find Aquarius Mars people do so in a way that, because you got to think about it. Aquarius is co-ruled by both Saturn and Uranus. So I find that in this instance, a lot of people with this placement tend to have this power struggle into where they, on the more negative continuum, can be viewed as very willful, very stubborn, right? Because Aquarius is fixed, so they're very unmoved, very unwavering in their viewpoints. But on the more positive side, these people kind of also can teeter between, like I said, that more rebellious, that more eccentric, progressive, kind of open-minded type of disposition as well. And also here, I noticed that, Mars Aquarius individuals tend to like to be in groups. They tend to like to work with others. They tend to like to place themselves in environments to where they can collaborate and kind of bounce ideas off of other people. A lot of people with Mars and Aquarius manifest a lot of success by way of other people. So take P. Diddy, for instance. When you think about Diddy, the nigga's not really that talented. Like, let's be for real. Like, what does he do? Like, he's not a rapper. He's not a good rapper. He doesn't sing. He can't dance, but he's made like an empire, built an empire, if you will, off of the backs of other people. I've always personally called Bad Boy the Bermuda Triangle of rap. So like, looking at his career, he has like a roster, 10 miles long of rappers, singers, artists, all in which he's kind of like, progressed his own career on the backs of them. And a lot of these people we ain't ever seen from or heard from again. They dead, they done found religion, they in jail. But that's neither here nor there. But that's still very much that Mars and Aquarius kind of influence. Doesn't mean that you're necessarily a bad person or that you use people per se, but you could definitely put yourselves in positions to where you manifest a lot of success based off of groups of people, other people. Maybe you're inclined to be in, social organizations, groups, because Aquarius is the ruler of the 11th house in the chart, so, and which is once again friends, organizations, the collective society. So these people very much are involved and like to be enmeshed with other people and exchanging ideas of other people. Mars and Aquarius people are also attracted. They can be, when it comes to like love and sex and dating wise, attracted to partners who could possibly exude that kind of eccentric, look, or attracted to partners that a lot of people would be like, oh, like, like different. They kind of deviate from society's norms in that standard. They could be in kind of the type of relationships that most people would not expect, or relationships that kind of deviate from society's norm. So Mars and Aquarius people, these are the people who are open to polygamy, and the people who are open to kind of, a relationship that doesn't really fit the cookie cutter expectation. These people are all about marching to the beat of their own drum in that respect. These people could also, I find personally, Mars and Aquarius men tend to be homosexual, or if not homosexual, very fluid. Let's say that, very fluid in their sexuality. Aquarius is already a very detached kind of sign, right? These people are very good at separating emotions from feelings. And when it comes to love, when it comes to sex, these people take a very hands-off, very detached kind of disposition towards just dating and things of that nature. And this is heightened more so in men, to the point where this could create a man who views sex as something that like you can engage in, but it doesn't really impact who I am or how I identify myself as a person, if that makes sense. Because I've heard of men who, they might have like a fetish for transgender women, or they might be into certain, whatever they like, but they feel like at the end of the day, like they have an ability to separate who they are as a person from what they like to do sexually, if that like makes sense. And on, the more positive side, like I said, this could create a man who's just very, he likes different shit. Like, and once again, taking it back to the P. Diddy reference, because he has Mars and Aquarius, I don't know how many times I've heard about P. Diddy actually going both ways, like him actually liking men and women, But also, on the like negative side, this can manifest in somebody who is a sexual deviant, who has very kind of like perverse inklings sexually. Not to say, before you jump down in the comment section like, I got Mars and Aquarius, I ain't nasty. That's not everybody. And it also depends on what other planets are aspecting this Mars, what house it falls in, those things matter. But from when I do chart interpretations, Mars in Aquarius for a male is one of like the major, I guess you could say, signs that I can see that points towards, a very fluid sexuality. And women, Mars in Aquarius, like I said, can manifest as just a woman who has she has a more masculine approach to sexuality, Aquarius is a masculine sign. So these women might be the type of women who, navigate their love life. I hate saying like a man, because there's no one way that a man thinks and one way that a woman thinks, you know what I'm saying? But these women tend to have maybe even a reputation of thinking like a man, you know what I'm saying? Or handling her love life like men, in the sense that they're able to compartmentalize is a good word. Compartmentalize their emotions from other things. Now, on the more negative side, this can make Mars Aquarius people very flighty, like appear to be very flighty, in the sense that they don't enjoy situations that are going to be like emotionally heavy. These are not the people that you need to call when emotions are running high, and you need somebody to come and cry it out with you and like help you in the midst of like these intense throes of passion, like, because that's the quickest way to actually run them off. Mars in Aquarius does not do good with very intense, very possessive kind of energy. They don't like that. You know, these people, even on a friendship level, like if they feel like emotionally trapped, they will just dip. And this carries over into their conflict style, the way that they fight, right? The way that they handle conflict. They just don't. Typically, Mars Aquarius people are, this is not the most confrontational placement. These people are not the type of people who allow themselves to get so caught up and diluted, not only in their emotions, but other people's emotions, right? So if you see somebody else who's like, she's all, this girl's always tripping, this girl's always, you know, this guy's always doing this, they're always on that, they will see that and they will exit stage left. Like, they will not be your friend. They will a Mars and Aquarius person will dead ass not be your friend if they feel like emotionally it's too much. They will not deal with you if they feel like emotionally it's too much. And as a result, these people are very good at like seeing conflict or seeing things that could potentially result in conflict and like just getting the fuck out of Dodge before it ever even comes to that. However, don't get it twisted. If cornered, Mars and Aquarius, I mean, if they have an opportunity to fuck you up, they will. If they have an opportunity to where they feel like they have no other option, you know, they will retaliate. They will fight if they're cornered, right? But typically it takes a lot. Let me say that. It takes a lot to get them there. So if you have a Mars and Aquarius, I'm not saying that you're not capable of like, because you might be like, I defended myself and I ain't scary and I'm not, and you might not be. But it typically takes you a lot to get to that point, more so than other signs. Okay, let's see. Also, you guys are, I said you're strong-willed, very good logical thinkers. Like I said, that ability to compartmentalize your emotions, that makes you very good. That makes you very good, you know, logical thinkers, pragmatic thinkers, makes you very practical. And yeah, I don't know if I said this already, but once again, I mean, Aquarius is the sign of humanitarianism. It's the sign of the rebel, so to speak. So you guys tend to devote a lot of your time, like I said, either in social groups or you just tend to be attracted to fighting for causes or standing up for the underdog, you know. And for this reason, Mars and Aquarius people tend to not really do good with authority, especially like earlier in life. You might have been the type of student or something like that to really question, like, why do I have to do this? Or, you know, or really find yourself at odds with authority figures. You guys are just naturally programmed to march to the beat of your own drum. And you do really well in situations where people kind of encourage that in you, or where people celebrate you for your individuality. You know what I'm saying? And as the water bearer, you guys tend to do very well with exposing society, mainstream society, to the plights, the issues, and the struggles of disenfranchised people, you know. And I mean, shit, yeah. And it also makes you guys very good debaters. You guys are really good at expressing your thoughts. You're very good at championing the thoughts and ideas of other people, you know. And sometimes it makes you play devil's advocate in situations where maybe you shouldn't. But more often than not, if you're a Mars and Aquarius person, you typically know what the fuck you're talking about. You got your ducks lined in a row and you're ready to debate a motherfucker with straight facts if necessary. So with that being said, this concludes Mars and Aquarius. Let me know what you guys think about it. I think I'm going to be doing like a deep dive astro interpretation of Keke Palmer's chart. So I don't know when I'll have that up, but just be on the lookout for that because it's on deck. And until next time, make sure you practice unconditional self-love so that you can love others. And as always, bye.